Hello and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to design this simple church flyer with CorelDRAW, and you're going to get the CDR file and also the files that I use in designing the CorelDRAW so that you can try the practical yourself. You make sure you watch the video till the end so that you will get the password. I'll be sharing the password into two, so try as hard as possible to watch the video to the end. Don't skip any part. It's a way of you helping me, so please don't skip any part and watch the video till the end. So to begin with, we are going to open CorelDRAW 2021. I'll be using CorelDRAW 2021, but if you're following the tutorial, you can use any one that you want. We're going to start with opening up a new document, and I click on the new document, and you can give it any title you want. I can just go ahead and name it practice. You can name it practice, and you're going to come down to select an A4 size or whatever kind of size, but I will be using an A4 and a portrait, the orientation for portrait. The resolution is going to be 300. Then I click on OK, and once I click on OK, the next thing I will want to do is to click on the rectangular to draw a box whatever size, and I'll simply just come here, this object size, and then click on 200. So I'm going to be importing all the files that I'll be needing. So I've imported the files, and I'm going to be reducing the size of the picture. And once I reduce the size of the picture to the way I want it to fit in the design, I'm going to take this my background. This is my background layer, then I power clip it inside. I right click on the this thing, and I power click both of the backgrounds inside, and I adjust them to the way I would want. I would want this background to cover up the entire design. Go to effect, go to blur, then go to Gaussian blur. I'm going to increase the volume of the Gaussian blur down to maybe 10.2, but let me increase it a little bit. You just play with it to exactly how you want it to blur into. So let me take it to 40. Okay, it's now 78.1. This is so we're going to leave it like this, and then I'm going to bring in the second art, and that is I'm going to bring in the second image, and I'm going to use the transparency to click, hold, and drag down. Now I'm going to feather it out a little bit, then go to my transparency tool and click on overlay. I'm going to select overlay, then I will adjust it to the center and exactly the way I want it to. Now I'm going to pick up my signpost, and I'll put the signpost in the middle of my design. I'm going to adjust my picture. Adjust my picture so that the picture will appear below the sign. The picture is going to appear. So the next thing I'll do right now is to open Photoshop and then click on a PSD text, a text effect. So I'm going to straight to the Photoshop, but you will pardon me, I actually made a mistake while recording. I paused the recording, and this is my first time of doing a tutorial like this. So but we're going to use this Tor 3D editable text effect. So I'm going to open it up in Photoshop, and this is the mistake I was telling you. So it will first of all open me to this place, and I'll click on this place your text here, double click on it, then go and edit it and put my own font. Click on save, and then I export Control Shift Alt W. It will bring me to this export. So I'll export it as PNG. So please check my next tutorial. I'm going to briefly explain this. I'm going to explain it properly because I actually made a mistake in this very tutorial, but the next one I'll fix it. So there's the PNG. So you remove these eyeballs that are here. If I click them on, you'll see all of them are down there, and then you just remove them, and then you put your Control Alt Shift E to export. So this is where I actually edited it. So sorry, I actually but I'm going to do it better in another one. So you double click on it, and then I copied the anointed and I just paste it. I press I'll press Ctrl S to save, then I'll go back to the store. It's saving. I'll go back to the store 3D editable, and then you will see that the anointed is there. So I'll press Ctrl Alt Shift W and it will bring me down here. Then I'll click on export. If you're using a lower version of CorelDRAW, I think you don't need to press that Ctrl Alt Shift W, but just try it. It will work for you. Now I will save it, and from here I'll be going straight to back to my CorelDRAW, and I'm going to import or press Ctrl I. Then I'll locate where my font text are, PSD fonts are, and then I'll drop them there. I'm going to adjust this to fit in the banner, or is it a shield that is being called? So I'm going to fix it to fit it in properly. Now this excess stuff, I'm going to actually remove it so that it will not affect the other text that I'm bringing in. But mind you, there's a shadow, so you try a little bit not to cut off the shadow. Then I'm going to bring in the second one. Actually, I'm going to, this is not the font I will be using, but just like I told you, you bear with me. This is the first tutorial I'm doing, so I'm going to make a little bit of changes to it later on, and in the next of my tutorial, I guarantee you I'll be much more careful, and I will do it way more in a more professional way than I've done this now. So you'll also click on your shape tool. There's the second tool up there. Then you reduce this. This is because in case you put something around there while clicking it will not give you a lot of issues. So I'm going to import these other stuffs, that is these circles, the seal circles, and then I'm going to import them in, and this is going to be for the edition. That is, there's an extra text that I want to place in here, and then this other seal, I'm going to use it for the name of the minister. So I'm going to use the shape to cut off the ones that I do not want, but you can select any one of them and make use of them. So I'm going to cut them off, and then when I cut them off, I'll click on here, and you come down to this very place. I'll bring it down here. When I bring it down here, I'm going to select my text, and then I'm going to write the theme, and I'm going to change the font to Taken by Vulture. Then I enlarge the text, and I'll keep it above the maintaining the anointed. Then the next thing I will want to do is change the color, and I'm going to change the outline. You can slow it down if I'm too fast, but I'll try and be a little bit slow next time. So this is a PNG file that I downloaded from the internet, so I just copied it and pasted it from where I downloaded it in Google Chrome. So I'll try and adjust it, and that is where I'm going to be putting the Young Ministers Conference. So I will adjust it to fit in properly, and I'll adjust it to fit in properly. Now I'm also going to import another stuff again, and I import it. This is the text, so I'm going to go to transparency, click on overlay, and then I'll power clip it inside my art. I'm going to power click everything inside my work area. I'm going to power click this one also. When I power click it, I'll do control page down to like, yes, I'm going to do the control page down. Come on, yes, control page down to take it behind the filter so that it will give it that reddish color thing. So I'm going to take my text tool, and I will be writing this and our young minister summit, and I'll change the font. I'm using a absolute empire. Now at this point I will drop the drop this, and I'll use my shape tool. I'll adjust the shape that I just drew. That is the line that I drew. So I'm going to right click, hold, drag it to the shape that I created, and fix text to part. Now if you can, as you can see, this is it has it is truncated the summit. So I'm going to double click it, copy the entire word summit, and cut it off. Now I'm going to cut it off. Yes, control. I'm going to press Ctrl K to separate both of the writings. Then I'll bring one down. I copied and duplicated. That is, I click, hold, and drag them. Press Shift and drop it. So I'm going to power click, or right click, hold, and drag it to the place. Then I'll reduce the font size so that it will fit in. All right, so it has fitted in perfectly. Now I'm going to go to the angle. There's a particular red dot there. If I click, hold, and drag it, it will give me the opportunity to edit the text. So I'm going to do the same to the second, the summit. I'll click, hold, drag it to the shape, and then drop it. I'm also going to reduce the size of the text, and then you'll see the red dot there. Click, hold, and drag it to the up. Once I click, hold, and drag it there, I'm going to delete the lines, as you can see. All right, so I'll click on the line 2 times, not very fast, so that I can delete it. So I'll change the color to white, and I'm giving it an outline. The outline now, I'll take it to point 1 and take it behind scale and scale with object. That is, if I increase the scale, it will all scale up together. So I'm going to reduce it to 2.0, and then I'll drop it like that. So the next thing is the edition. I'm going to take my text. So that is yes, and I'll put the November edition. Now I'm not typing this, I'm just copying it from the message that was sent to me. So I'm going to put this November edition. I'm going to take this uh, here Vista font. Let's go back to the font A absolute that we started with. So I'm going to reduce the size so that it will fit into the seal. I press Ctrl K to break the text so that I can increase the edition so that it will come the same size with the November. The next thing I will do is to change the font to red color, and I'm going to change the outline to white. I don't think that white is too visible, so I'll go to the outline, select. My deepest apologies. This video I'm going to redo it. So for this, the name, I'll write the name Evangelist Solomon Salami. Then the font is already on Absolute Empire, the Absolute Empire. So I'll take the select tool and drop it. Now I'm going to change the color to black, scale it down to fit in the house stamp. I'll go to the shape tool, and then highlight it to make it smaller. I'm going to select the font tool and still write width. Then I'll change it to taken by Voltron. Highlight it and take it, turn it to taken by Voltron. I'll bring it and align it with the text, so it's going to be with Evangelist Solomon Salami. I'll give it a red, but I'm going to change the color to white, and then give it a black outline. and I'm going to press F12 and scale with object and send behind scale, and I'm going to put OK. I'm going to do the same for this, give it a white color and give it a black outlines, F12, and at this point in time, please, I will repeat, if you have any question and you will want to ask, please, you feel free to ask. If there's anything I'm doing that I'm not doing correct, you can also tell me in the comment section. I'm a learner, so I'll be glad to learn. So I will import this date and sign symbol. I'll import it. Some of them I'm going to write this triangle, this square, and then reduce the square. Say triangle is a square. So I put it on white outline. How I put the outline, I right click on it and then I select the white. I put it on width 3 and then I will take the shape tool and click and press Ctrl to give it that square, that bent shape. I'm going to bring these stuffs, that is the ruler. I'll click on the ruler and drag it, bring it down, click on the ruler above and drag it and bring it down as well, so that it will guide me when I'm cutting the square or when I'm cutting the shape. So I'll adjust it to the way that I think is okay. I'm just using my eyes to do the measurement. So I'm going to take the knife to click, hold and drag, select the second part, click, hold and drag, and select this other side, click, hold and drag, and click, hold and drag. Now I can simply do it all at once. I'm just doing it one after the other so as to show us in case there's a particular pattern that we want to do it. So I'll drop the tool and then pick them one after the other and delete them. I want to click and delete all of the rulers, and I'll select, copy my date and time from the WhatsApp that was sent to me, so I'll change it to the absolute. Click on OK. That was I'll break the font. So I'll scale this so that it will align all the same, and scale the 24th to align properly with this one. Scale the 2024 to also go in line. Then I'll draw it closer. Scale the Sunday to go in line, and then once it is done, at this point I'm going to highlight everything and then take it into my box, then reduce the size. So I'm scaling the 2024. Now shift this one down to make it look like it's popping up from inside, and then I'll write the time 3 p.m. prompt, and I'll make the 3 p.m. larger. I'll press Ctrl K to separate, and then press the 3 p.m. to be larger than the prompt. I'll set it properly by zooming in, and then I'll highlight everything and bring it and keep it inside my design. I'm going to reduce the image so that I can get some some space to fix in my time. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to shift the name so that I can bring in the address down there as well. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the address. I just copied it from another design, but I bring it down in, and then I'll reduce this image, and then I'll copy the address as well, pineapple then I'll copy it and paste it. So the font that I used is Romy, pineapple opposite agriculture's Ampa could list it. So I'm going to drop it like that, and then at this time I'm going to power clip my image inside. I'm going to power clip the image inside my design. So then at this point in time, I'm saving my work. Then I'll go down to another font. Now I did not like the other font, so I'm going to come to this font, and then I copied the managing and then I paste it in. That is the managing, the anointing. So I paste it in. Yeah, so I'll click and change it to A Absolute. That is the name of the font that was used. So I'm gonna double click on the text, and once I double click on it, I'm going to go to this text area and then click on none, and I'll click on OK. Then I save it, Ctrl S, and run it to the middle and save. And once I'm done saving, it is going to update. Then I'll remove this I'll remove this one, and I'll go to the element and look for the ancient, remove the eyes of the ancient as well. And I'll press Ctrl Shift Alt W to export. Make sure the transparency is selected and the PNG is also selected on the format, and then click on export. So I'm going to do that for the second one as well, which is anointing, and I'm going to copy and paste the name anointing, and then once I paste the anointing, I'm going to save it as well, and then I'll go back to the 3D style spirit text effect. And the anointed is going to be there, so I'm going to press Ctrl Alt Shift W, and it's going to save. Remember to put it on PNG and let the transparency be active. Then I'm going to rename it and click on save. So please, if you have any questions, just like I said earlier, please try and reach out to me, and I'll make sure I do justice to it. So I'm importing the stuffs. You either press Ctrl I or I just import them, then try to align them, and then cut off the excess part out of the text effect. I'll be needing your support. Please, I beg of you, if you can stream my music on Spotify, I'll be so much grateful. You can stream the music. It's the music that is playing on the background. You can help me stream it, so that if it is not if it has any challenges or you can help me, and you can please help me, and you can help me and make some correction on the music, and so that if I'm releasing my next album, I'll know what to do. So at this point, I'm going to enlarge the font text effect. So I'll enlarge it, and then I'll bring the remaining content into the scene, that is managing B. So I'll be using a circle for the D. So I'll click on the circle, is it called ellipse or what? Now I'm holding shift to draw this circle, so I'll give it a red color and a white outline. Now write my DDHE. I'll change it to A absolute. So change it to A absolute. I'm going to reduce the size and bring it into the circle that I just created, and then increase the outline of the circle. I'm going to reduce the outline to 4 and click OK. Remember to always select scale with object and send behind this thing. So I want to change the color, and at this point I'm going to draw a square because the managing, okay, I'm bringing up the theme upwards. Now the managing of the anointing is not too visible because the shield is also a bit of gold. The shield is also a bit of gold. So what I will do is I will create a box that will make it much more clearer. So I take the rectangular tool, I give it a solid black, remove the outline, and then convert it to bitmap. But I'm going to be using CMYK as color mode instead of RGB. Go to blur, select Gaussian blur. I'm going to use 78.1. I'm going to put OK. Then I'm going to send it here. So if you can see, as you can see, the text is much more clearer than it was before. So it reduces the distraction, the noise that was on the design initially. So I'll go to transparency and I'll reduce the transparency down to let's say 14. Let's keep it at, let's just say 20, and I'll drop it like that. And I'll click control and click on the image. That will take me into the picture, or you can just click on it and click on edit content. So I go to bitmap, create another one, grayscale. I turn the image to grayscale. This is because the image is not very well matching my background. The blue on the background is not that too much. So I'm going to click on the background, copy it and paste. I just click on it, copy, paste. Then I went to transparency and I took overlay. I put it on overlay, then I drop the image, and at this point in time I will exit PowerPoint. So I'll just click on the finish up here. Now if you want to download this my version of CorelDRAW, I'll make it available for download. Links will be in the description, and the link to my music will also be in the description. If you want to pay me a salary, if you want to help me do one or two things, and if you want a personal coaching, you can also reach out to me. I can drop